Hello, and thank you very much for joining with me for this little blether. I've decided that I'm going to reintroduce a wee bit more social media content on our YouTube and our Facebook pages. And on the first weekend of every month, I'm going to post a sort of flavour of the month, telling what's happening during the month, what things to look out for, comments about what's happened and what's to come. It's just a way of keeping people up to date, those who follow on Facebook. Before I start speaking about what's happening in February, I want to say thank you to the team who helped last weekend. We had the Benihee group of churches gathering at Cluny Church, so we had well over 100 people in church on Sunday worshipping, and about 90 of them came back to the hall for refreshments afterwards. So a huge thank you to everyone who took part, my colleagues, and also to the team who catered for them afterwards. That was a sterling effort, so well done to everyone and thank you for that. I think this week will be not quite as busy in Cluny Church, but in the month of February we are meeting every Sunday in Cluny Church at 10 o'clock, and you'll be made most welcome if you want to come along. In February we are going to have one or two changes to our normal pattern, in terms of on the third Sunday of the month, as part of our now regular exchange of pulpits, the ministers in the Benihee churches are going to swap pulpits. So on the third Sunday in February, our service will be led by the Reverend Joshua Michelson, minister of Kemney Church. I will be at Contour that day leading worship, and we hope that as many people will come out to welcome Joshua to Cluny Church, and I'm sure you'll look forward to hearing a new voice and a new message from the pulpit, or at least from the communion table at Cluny. And because of that, we're training up some new people to help with the technology, and anyone who would like to help with pressing buttons for the computer, please get into contact with me. I've actually got 3 people having a training session after service this Sunday the 5th of February. So if you want to come along, again, please come along and you can see how easy it is to help with the technology in the church. In February, we also, on the third Sunday, will be looking forward to having the Sunday school joining Joshua, and the Sunday school will all be getting an intimation sent to them from Susan to let them know of their participation. Usual time, 10 o'clock in church, and then across to the hall for their own activities. So we look forward to having them there. February it's often a quiet month after the busyness of Christmas and then January. But there's one or two things happening. Mainly Music meets every week, and I've been to the Mainly Music group a couple of times now, and I've been so impressed with the work that they do. I think there's 25 families registered, and more children, because some of the families have more than one child, and it's brilliant to see so many young people enjoying fellowship and fun, children dancing and singing and clapping hands and all sorts of things. So a huge well done again to Susan and her team, not just those who help on a Tuesday, but those who help with the catering, because the fellowship, the cup of tea and coffee and the cakes for the carers is great, as is the juice and fruit and other things for the children before they get to play games. So a huge thank you to everyone who takes part. I'm going to be changing in worship the order of service a wee bit going forward. I used to always have, after the opening hymn, a children's address, and I'll still do that when there's a Sunday school meeting. But I'm going to use that slot now as what I've called the Minister's Musings. It's a pretty sad name, I know, but it's a reflection. I'm going to be thinking about topical items or church items, just to give my perspective on something that's happened in the week. I'm recording this on the 3rd of February, and on the 5th of February I'll be speaking about our moderator joining with the Pope and the Archbishop of Canterbury on a pilgrimage to peace to South Sudan. So it's that sort of thing. The following week I'll be speaking about politics and how sort of politicians get a bad name, and I don't think fairly in the majority of cases. And so these are the things that I'll be looking at, and also activities within the church. So that's a slightly new part in our worship each Sunday. I think that's all that I really want to speak about just now. I hope that you enjoy coming to worship, and I hope that you enjoy this. Oh no, one more thing. I was so impressed last week with the Kemney team who came and set up and recorded the service that I posted on our YouTube and Facebook channels. I wonder if I can record, not nearly to the same standard, a wee bit of our services going forward, using not the technology that they had, but simply my mobile phone, so that people might find a prayer or a sermon online every so often, not every week. And I don't think I'm going to start it this week, but maybe going forward I'll post something from the service on the Sunday. Anyway, that's enough of me blethering just now. You take care of yourself, and may God bless you, and may His face shine upon you and give you peace. And once again, thank you for watching this.